Welcome back to my backyard snack yard on another beautiful sunny day here in Dorset, England. We had a really windy day yesterday and it actually snapped my tallest sunflower. I need to come and cut that one back. I don't think it's going to send out any side flowers. Sometimes they do, depending on which kind. I think this is just like one really long, beautiful, tall one. So that's a shame. But everything else is okay. It was such a blustery day yesterday. Blustery and yet very hot. Still 30 degrees Celsius, thereabouts. But today I want to come out here and I need to tidy up my raspberry beds. You can see last year's canes have been fruiting since May and they are really finishing up now. And all of this year's canes are out and looking bright and beautiful, and actually starting to get ready to flower and fruit. So I need to come and get rid of last year's canes, cut them back. There's still a few fruits on last year's canes here. For example, these are the yellow raspberries, but I still want to get rid of them and just make space for the new ones and give them all a good feed. They could do with something like I'm thinking I might give them some seaweed feed, something like that. There are a bunch of little babies just learning to fly now. See if we can see any of them. I can hear them. This clematis is a winter flowering one and it looks dreadful at this time of year, but it's so pretty in December. So where are the babies? Not really sure. But anyhow, what I want to do right now, before I start pruning and cutting back all the raspberries, I want to come here and look at my gooseberries. I have been picking them steadily recently. They are very ripe, they are a bit squishy, and they are sweet, and yet a bit sour still. They have that wonderful mixture of sweet and sour. So beautiful. They are a little bit on the small side this year because I have not been watering them, and they really could have done with more water, and we've had quite a dry period here for quite some time. It's been really dry, but they are so delicious. I actually have two gooseberries growing here. I've got two Hinnon Mackies. One is Hinnon Mackie green, the one that we can see here is fruiting, and then over here there was a Hinnon Mackie red. And I don't know why, but I can't see any red gooseberries. And they are usually extra good and extra sweet and gooey and sticky and delicious. And I hope that plant has not died down. I think it's tangled up in all the raspberries. So I do need to do some tidying up and see what I can do. But I don't think we have any red gooseberries at all. They're supposed to be a quite mildew resistant cultivar, this Hinnon Mackie. It's a Finnish one, and they're quite popular here. I also, down here again, I do have another gooseberry. This is one that is grown as a standard, like a little gooseberry tree. And it's a different kind, it's called Invicta Blush. And it's also a bit thirsty, as are old plants here. And the gooseberries are ready. Some of them have a little bit of scab on them, so that's not ideal. But I just need to come here and see what I can pick, and pick all the good ones, and then also give this guy a bit of a prune. He could do with a summer prune. That will also help him not lose all his water. He's kind of really thirsty, so I'm going to give him a good feed as well once I've picked off all the lovely gooseberries, which definitely are super ripe. And I'm thinking about making a nice little, I was going to make some gooseberry chutney, which is so good with cheeses, and I love making sourdough crackers, and then with cheese and a bit of gooseberry chutney would be great. But I think I'm going to use these guys to make a fool instead, a really sweet, summery, creamy, yogurty dessert. So let's get picking. There really are so many of them. They're quite camouflaged because they're green, of course, and they kind of look a bit like grapes. They're super thorny, so they're a little bit tricky to pick as well without getting poked. But they are worth it, and they're so delicious. So we'll just pick all of them really right now. Very often we get sawfly action where they come through and just pick, well, they eat off all the leaves, and there's been a little bit of sawfly action here, but it hasn't really affected the plants as much. I think the main thing this year, or this summer so far, has been lack of rain, because in our climate we're really used to getting lots of rain all the time, so it's a bit of a shock to the plants to have this really long, dry spell, and also such a hot spell too. The temperatures have been actually record breaking for us, so amazing. And it also makes me appreciate all the little shady spots we have in our garden. Sometimes it's not ideal because I need to find as many sunny spots as possible for most of the fruit. But this year has been quite the reverse, where it's been quite nice to have little places to give the plants a bit of protection from the very hot sun. Some of them are super small. There's a bigger one. So I've got quite a few now. I'll go in and weigh them quickly because I need a certain amount for my little recipe. But I might also go and pick the ones on the standard, actually, because they're really ripe right now. These ones are a lot larger. And they're a really nice sweet cultivar. The kind you can eat right off the bush with no problems. But you can see the bush or the tree is really, really dry. Oh, it's looking a bit autumnal. Poor thing. It really needs some water. Some of these berries are too soft. But yeah, they are big things. I think I have enough now for my lovely dessert. Let's get them inside. Thank you so much for joining me and watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.